Hey guys, Samuel here from Fighting Talk, and here's my first podcast. First fight tonight, I'll talk about in boxing is Canelo Alvarez. He's taking on Danny Jacobs. Monster fight, monster fight, great fight. I can't believe it's actually happening. Fair play to Canelo for taking the fight. He doesn't duck anyone. I was a bit surprised yesterday at the weigh-ins, them kicking off. I can never quite work out if it's all for show, if it's because they're hungry, they've just missed their families, training too much, they hate each other. I mean, I'd have expected that if I'd seen a lot of beef on social media, but I haven't seen any problems. I haven't seen any sort of going back and forth between the fighters or the promoters. Maybe I missed it all. Who knows? But you guys ain't been posted to the page if if that's the case, because I haven't seen it. Canelo sort of he looked quite sort of riled up when he came off the scales, and he sort of almost ran to Danny and put his head down, started trying to push Jacobs. Jacobs stood his ground. Jacobs, he didn't start it, but he didn't back off. And when Canelo sort of pushed his head forwards, Danny was like, "I'm not having that, mate," and pushed back, and rightly so. I don't blame him. But I'm surprised both, sort of true professional fighters, been in the game a long time. I'm surprised about it, really, to be honest. Like I say, I don't know if it's all just to sort of get more numbers, sell more pay per view, that sort of thing. It seems to be WWE these days. I'm more old school. I much rather the respect between fighters, shaking hands. They're about to go in there and have the most honest conversation two gentlemen can have. So I'm not a big fan of that. But anyway, maybe some of you guys are. I'm not. But yeah, I'm talking about it now, so they got what they wanted. So yeah, anyway, less of that. On to the actual fight. Canelo, for me, he's already won on points, as we know. He's already the judges have already scored him the victory. So Jacobs is going to have to stop him. Can you stop Canelo? I mean, as in all his fights, have you seen anything to make you think he can be stopped? Hey, look at the size of his neck. Look at his body. How stocky he is. No, I can't see anyone stopping him. Well, not in the current division anyway. I thought Triple G might better stop him, but he couldn't set his punches. He couldn't cut the ring off, and he couldn't. If he can't stop him, Jacobs not stopping him. It's going to points. You're not going to beat Canelo on points. I can't see Jacob stopping Canelo. There's a lot of talk I was seeing on the page saying Canelo, could stop Jacobs. I think maybe he could. In the championship rounds, I wouldn't be surprised in the 10th or 11th if he wore him down. But again, I don't even think he will stop him. I think it will go to points. But those body punches, from Canelo, he sets them so well. He puts his whole body into him. He gets up and underneath. He gets on the inside, whack straight to the side. He wears the fighters down. If Jacobs is smart, and he boxes, he's got the range, he's got the height. I think he's pretty much good. He's probably got the power as well. He can give him a tough fight, but I think Canelo first few rounds will be close. Canelo will be working the body well, and then it's going to hurt Jacobs, and Jacobs going to be forced into coming back and actually fighting him. And you get in a war with Canelo. I think there's only one victory there. So it'd be interesting to see. It's more of how Jacobs is going to fight than Canelo. We know what Canelo is going to be like. It's just to see how Jacobs does. He did quite well against Triple G. Got put down, but he lasted the whole fight, and he did well in spells. He's a class boxer. I'm just not sure. Not sure he's the man to beat Canelo. Just my opinion. Obviously, my podcast, my rules. But it's a great fight, and say what we want about Canelo, he comes to fight, and he's not ducking anyone. His resume is only getting better, and as he gets older, I mean, he is a drugs cheat. We know he's a drugs cheat, but he's been cleared to fight, so we have to move on from that, and we have to judge him for the way he fights, and he's on the night, he's class. He's in the top three for me, pound for pound. Fighters in the world. He's absolutely brilliant. If he wins tonight, which I fully expect him to win on points, he's got to be going after Triple G, or Triple G's got to be going after him. But with Eddie now, sort of having Triple G as a fighter. Is he going to milk him beforehand? Probably so. But if he does, I think that the longer that rematch we're waiting for it, the more chances Canelo getting another victory. I just can't see that fight being any different. Again, it'll be a close fight, and I think Canelo will win on points again. But that's that fight. If Jacobs win, he's not going to win. But if he does win, does he push for that rematch with Triple G? I don't think personally he's going to want to fight Triple G again. He's felt his power. He's like, nah, thank you very much, not having any of that. But maybe so. Who knows? There's a lot of middleweights moving up to super middleweight now, so it's making the division a bit lighter. But there's loads of fights to get on with it. But yeah, monster fight. I can't wait for that. I'll be waking up in the morning watching it. I know a lot of my mods watch it live, especially the ones around the world. Dan usually stays up, so you can all converse about it. Then I wake up in the morning and get the maybe the older dads, people like that got kids, and I chat in the morning, and so it keeps the page going, it keeps it active, and it works quite well that way. But whenever you watch the fight, it doesn't really matter, does it? We're all watching the fight. It's great that we're all watching. So that's boxing. Moving on to UFC Fight Night 151. Al is taking on Cowboy. That's a great fight. I mean, I'm really looking forward to that. For me, Cowboy. Every time I said, "Oh, Cowboy's not going to win," he turns up and he performs. But for me, I think he's on his way out. And I keep saying that, but I think he's at the end of his career. I honestly only see him having a couple more fights left. Whereas Al, he's improving. I know he lost to Khabib, but he's got something to prove. He wants that rematch. I don't see him winning that rematch. But he showed against Khabib. He's strong. He's got great boxing. Good takedown defense, good wrestling. He's a good all rounder, and the more I watch Al, the more I like him. Tonight, like I say, you never know which Cowboy you're gonna get, but he didn't look great at the weigh-in again. He struggles to make 155. But he's done that for years. But I think Al's going to win on points. I was saying Cowboy before, but I've changed my mind. I think Al's going to win on points. It's going to be a bit of a war. If you keep at range against Cowboy, you give him an opportunity to come and take you out. If you press him, get in his face, he don't like it. I don't think he's great fighting off his back foot going backwards. So Al knows that he's a pressure fight. He's gonna wear him down. He's gonna win for me on points. But like I say, who's he fight afterwards? He wants Khabib. I can't see him beating Khabib. I can't see Dustin beating Khabib. Dustin will start well for maybe the first round. But I mean, Khabib he's a mauler. He just grabs you, and once he's grabbed you, that's it. You're in trouble, because he will just either keep you down for the whole round, or he'll smother you. And he's awesome. He's underrated. I know a lot of people don't like the ground game, stand it up and all that. I prefer stand up fighters, but you got to give him credit for what he does, and what he does, he just does amazing. So that's it, that's my first podcast. Like I say, it's only going to improve, okay? So you can critique it all you want, but, I'm just having fun, just trying to grow the page, trying to get us across to YouTube, get us on another platform, and it'd be great you guys get involved in the comments section, and we can all chat about it. And then, like I say, if I can sort out how to do voice only, then you won't have to see this ugly mug. But yeah, like I say, love the page, love having you guys. I spend all my time on the page. I'm always getting told off by the missus, "You're always on the page, always on the page." But if I didn't have this page, I'm telling you, it'd be a worse world for me, because it's great to converse with you all. There's so much knowledge and likable people on Fighting Talk. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be involved, and it's not my page. It's all of our pages. So yeah, if you could subscribe, that'd be great. And then every time a video gets popped up, you'll get notified, and we'll go from there. So guys, enjoy the fights tonight, and we'll chat tomorrow. All right. Cheers, guys.